Hello friends, welcome again. Friends, in our previous video lecture, we discussed the classification of consonants and particularly we focused the place of articulation. We discussed that if you want to classify the consonants of English language, consonants can be classified in three manners. Number one, by considering the fact from which place the consonants are produced, that means the place of articulation, number one. Number two, how the consonants are produced, that means the manner of articulation. And number three, whether the consonants are voiced or not. Okay, so consonants can be classified into three manners: place of articulation, and we discussed in the last video that there are 8 places within our mouth from which the consonants are produced. Okay, we discussed that some sounds, some consonants are bilabial sounds, bilabial consonants like p, b. Some are labiodental, okay, some are alveolar, some are velar sound. Okay, so these were different places where our tongue touches and produces the sounds. So they are known as consonants, but they are classified considering the place of articulation. In this video lecture, we will discuss the manner of articulation. We know that there are 44 sounds, 24 consonants and 20 vowels in English language. Okay, and these are the three different manners in which we can classify the consonants. Place of articulation, there are 8 places. Manner of articulation, there are 7 different manners, 7 different ways of producing the consonants, which we are going to discuss today. Okay, so let's begin. The first one is the nasal consonants. Okay, as you can see here on the screen, there are 3 different nasal consonants in English language. Okay, now the question is what a nasal sound is. A nasal consonant is produced when you completely block the airflow through your mouth. We inhale the air within our lungs, and while producing the sound we exhale. We take the air out either from the mouth or from your nose. But when you block the air from your mouth and when the air comes out from your nasal cavity, from your nose, these sounds are known as nasal sounds. Okay, and these are 3 nasal consonants, and they are m, as in example mad and clam. Okay, and the second one is n, as in now and in man, right? And the third one is n, right, as in going, as in sing. Whenever you are speaking the words sing, going, funk, okay, then there is a sound which comes from your nose. So these 3 are nasal consonants. Okay. Second is stops. That means the consonants which are produced with a blockage. Stop consonants take place when the vocal tract is closed completely. In the beginning you close your vocal tract, okay, but for the stops the airflow is not redirected through the nose. Instead, the air quickly builds up pressure from inside and the blockage is opened up. Okay, so first you stop the air and all of a sudden you open up the blockage, right? So such sounds, such consonants are known as stop consonants, and there are 6 stops or 6 stop consonants in English language. Say for example, when you want to speak the sound p, so what we do is we block the air p and then you open up the blockage. Okay, same is the case with b, same is the case with t, then d, okay, then k and g. So these are 6 sounds which are known as stop consonants in English language. Okay, let's move ahead. The next type of consonant that we have in our English language is a fricative consonant, or they are known as fricative sounds. Okay, fricative sounds involve only a partial blockage, not the complete blockage, but slight blockage of the vocal tract, and the air is forced through a narrow space or a narrow channel, right? So this fricative is almost like a stop consonant, but the difference between a stop consonant and a fricative consonant is that in stop consonant the complete blockage of air is done in the beginning and then the blockage is opened up. But in fricative consonant, there is partial, not the complete blockage, but the partial blockage of air is done. So say for example, when you speak the sound t, okay, t is done with a complete blockage with your tongue touching your ridge, right? Tongue touching your front part of your hard palate, right? T, it is a stop consonant. But when you say sir, so sir, here again the tongue reaches the upper part of your palate, but upper part of your teeth, but complete blockage is not done and the air passes from there, right? So sir, and t is spoken like this, t, and sir is spoken like this. There is slight difference between fricative and stop. So there are 9 fricative consonants in English, and they are f as in calf, roof, okay, w as in wine, th as in thick, okay, the as in this, that, these, those, and then you have sa as in station or bus, shoot, etc. And we have z as in zoo, zit, jazz. Okay, z is a fricative sound, and we have sh. That means the symbol is the longer as short, station, okay, competition, shun. So sh is a fricative sound, and then we have zh, vision, measure, pleasure. So zh, in which your tongue is rounded, this zh is also a fricative sound, and the glottal sound is h. This h is also spoken from here, from your glottis, and this is also a fricative consonant, right? So there are 9 fricative consonants in English language. The next type of consonants that we have is affricate consonant, okay, and there are only two affricate consonants in English language. Now what is this affricate? When the stop consonants mix with fricative consonants, the result is affricate consonant. So affricate is actually a mixture of a stop consonant and a fricative consonant. In stop consonant you block the air completely, okay. In fricative consonants you keep little space in between and the air passes from in between these two, okay. But affricate sound is a mixture of stop and fricative sound, right? And we have two such sounds, two such consonants, and they are ch and j. When you speak the sound ch, as in chick, as in match, cha. So ch, there is a blockage also, but there is a little airflow. Space is also given. So it's a mixture of stop and fricative sound. So ch as in chicken and j as in jug or jam or beige, right? These two are the affricate consonants in English language. The next one is approximant consonant, and in English language there are three approximant consonants, okay. Now the question is, what an approximant consonant is? So friends, remember, approximants, they are produced when two articulators come close together but not quite close enough to create air turbulation, right? The resulting sound is more like a fast vowel. The difference between a consonant and a vowel. The vowels are spoken from here. Directly the sound comes from the vocal cords with no obstruction by the tongue, by the teeth or by the lips, right? So that is a vowel, okay. So such sounds, approximant sounds, they look like vowels but they are not actually vowels, okay. Say for example the sound wa, wa comes actually from here, in which your lips are rounded, right? This sound is known as an approximate consonant, and in English there are three such approximants in English language, and they are wa, then ya. Ya also comes from here, ya. There is no blockage in the mouth. However, the tongue plays an important role to give a proper shape to this sound. Ya, okay, wa. And the next one, the third one is ra. Here the tongue almost touches the front part of your palate, okay. So these are three approximant consonants in English language, and the last one is a lateral consonant, okay. So the name itself tells us what is a lateral consonant. A lateral consonant is one in which the tongue blocks the middle of your mouth, okay. The tongue blocks the air with the middle by touching the middle part of your mouth, and the air flows from both the sides of the tongue, okay. Air comes out from your mouth, not from the middle but from the sides of the tongue, okay. And such sounds are known as lateral sounds in English language, and there is only one lateral consonant in English, and that is L. When you speak this sound L, your tongue touches your back part of your upper teeth, and the air passes from the left and right side of your tongue, and then the sound is spoken, right? So L is a lateral sound. So friends, here we come to the end of this discussion. Let me recollect the whole discussion, by saying that the consonants can be classified in three different manners by considering the place of articulation. There are 8 places. By considering how the consonants are produced, that is manner of articulation. There are 7 ways how the sounds consonants are produced, and the third one is voicing, which we will discuss in our next video lecture, right? So there are 7 types of manners of articulating consonants, and they are nasal. There are 3 nasal sounds. Okay, we have stop consonants, we have 6 in English. Okay, then we have fricative consonants, 9 fricatives in English language, and then we have affricate, which is a mixture of stop consonant and affricate consonant. Okay, then we have approximants, we have 3 in number, and then the last one is the lateral consonant. We have only one lateral consonant, L, in English language. So here we come to the end. Stay tuned, because in the next lecture I am going to discuss how the consonants can be classified by considering voicing. Okay, so till then, goodbye and have a nice day. Please share this video among your friends. Thank you very much.